Howdy y'all, and welcome to episode 33 of my Let's Play series, and I am Ragaras. Of course, we're playing the Direwolf 20 FTB pack. It's been a while, a couple of weeks I guess, since I've been able to put out a video. And the reason for that is I started a new job. It's taken a lot of my time, a lot of training, a lot of learning to do. Started in the kind of a sales business, which I've never done before. It's a little different. Pays not bad, but it is definitely something different for me. I've never done sales before, at least not like this, and so it's a little different. It's, pretty big learning curve for me when you're not used to it. So it's a little strange. So last episode we were working on bees. I have messed with them just a little bit when I've had time to play, which isn't very much. I certainly have not been playing like I used to. So what I've done is I've got 3 alvearies set up so far. We did have the bees over in this area. Remember we had our industrious, our imperial, and then of course our meadows. And the reason for that is we were getting the royal jelly, the pollen, and the just the honeycombs for honey, because we need all those for the construction of the alveary blocks. As soon as I sleep here, we'll take a look at what we're doing. So we come over here, and again we have a centrifuge. This one we were using to make the impregnated casing. I'm also using it to make impregnated sticks for frames, or was. I really don't need to anymore, and I'll show you why. This is our scented panelings. This is for scented panelings, and this is why we're making all the well, we need the beeswax. That comes from honeycombs. The pollen comes from the industrious, I believe, and the royal jelly comes from the imperials. Need a little honey there to get this going again. And the way everything works right now, it's not completely automatic. I got to go out there and clean out the chest and put it in here. Once everything's done, it's pulled out. There's a pipe underneath here. See, there's a pipe that goes underneath here, and it goes over to a router that's underneath here, and it puts all the items up into the barrels. So it kind of I don't have to clean that out manually and put everything in there. That. So what we moved, once I made the alvearies, I moved them over here. Now, originally I had frames running in every one of these to speed them up, but I was getting so much bee product. You can see here I'm getting so much that I took them out of these and just left them in the honeycomb, or in the meadows, so I can get the honeycomb from these guys. So I have enough to make honey, because I'm going through a lot of honey to make the frames. So I got to squeeze a lot of honey to be able to make those. Now we do have enough right now for to make our mutator, and that's what we want to make today, so we can get started on. Okay, I got my alveary blocks, got my mutator blocks, and I got my frame housings. These I've already made up. Of course, the recipes are in NEI. Now, what I've got back here is I've got a ender chest that goes to a frame making machine, or not a machine, a mechanism, I guess you'd call it, over at the farm area. We'll take a look at that in a few. Well, we can take a look at that real quick. Run over there. It's not like I gotta take a long walk, right? So what I did, I probably mentioned that I wanted to make a automatic way of making frames, so that's what I did. This is my seed oil production room. Let's see, we got what, 9,200 buckets roughly of seed oil here. And this is something else I also changed. I'll show you that in just a second. This is making our frames. The reason it's kind of halfway empty now is to prevent overflow, and I'll show you why. Now this one, of course, makes the impregnated sticks. Comes from our wood farm up top. It's transported all down here. It only if I can talk, it only puts wood in here if there's space in the inventory. And then this router, of course, pulls string from up top. And then this one is also set to inventory empty. And the reason that I've set both of these to inventory empty is it won't produce any unless this is empty and that's empty. That's just preventing overflow. I found if I was doing excuse me, I had a little cold this last week, still trying to hack that stuff out of my chest. I found that if this was not set to empty, that I'd get a lot of overflow. Just so much would come out that it would start popping out. And the same here, I'd get about 6 or 7 frames popping out here once this was full. So I changed it over to only if empty, so it shouldn't overflow, hopefully. Now what I did here, if you remember, I had compost being automatically made. And I thought, it's kind of a pain in the butt, because I needed dirt. And there's no real way to just, you can't just igneous extruder at dirt, so I had it going, wheat being made into plant balls, which then was macerated into dirt, and that just seemed like a pain. So I'm using mulch instead of compost. So I went with a moistener. And what this does is it pulls wheat down, and it goes into here. It's full right now, so excuse me. I've been pretty good all morning. Start talking and now I'm gonna cough. There is an igneous extruder behind the wall here. It's set to send cobblestone to this position if it gets low. And the same with wheat. Wheat will come in here, wheat comes down, and it goes through 3 stages until it becomes, well, I'm sorry, the 4 stages malt. It'll go to 3 different stages of wheat, and then I think it's moldy and then decayed, and then it turns into mulch. And then it's pulled out and sent over to this chest. So this is a little bit easier to maintain. I don't have to there's no power actually even involved in this, because the moistener doesn't require any power. The only thing you do need to take into account with the moisture is it needs complete darkness. That's why it's kind of encased in this right here. I actually even had to move the igneous extruder away from it because it was too bright. When it would turn on to make cobblestone, it would actually shut down the moistener. So that's where we're at over here as far as all our automatic frame making. It's pretty cool. Once this gets empty, it'll produce another 3, 4, 5, whatever it takes, and just run when it's needed. And I shouldn't have to worry about any overflow from those. If I sound a little rough today, it's just, again, it's because my throat's still a little sore. I had pretty nasty cold all last week. You know, my kids come home with it, and then a couple of folks at work had it, and I just knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It's one of those things. It's not if you're going to get it; it's just when you're going to get it, and I definitely got it. We're still working on the while I'm here. We're still working on the aura. I'm very close now to being able to merge it with this one over here. Another 40 or so, and we'll be able to do that. So let's go back over and finish our mutator. Okay, so we've got all our alveoli blocks now, and we'll show you how we're going to do this. The alveoli, of course, is going to be set up just like this one here. It's just a 3 by 3 by 3 with the another 3 by 3 what do you call those, wooden slabs at the top there. It can be any color, so I mean if you want to color coordinate them or something, you can do that pretty easily. Okay, so we're going to take these out, and we're going to put our mutator blocks right here. We're going to want some frames. And the reason we're going to put the frames in here, or what frames we're going to use, is we're going to use chocolate frames. And the reason being is this will speed up the life cycle of whatever bee's in here. So you'll get a faster mutation. So let me get some spruce wood. If I got any over here. I got 3. Aluminium stone on me. Take our aluminium stone, turn it into spruce. Okay, I guess it's just enough. And right on the thing. Alright, so now we're going to this will cap it off. In just a second it should pop up. Alright, so now we have a finished mutator. What we could also put on here, which I may go make those real quick, is a rain shield and a light. Because a lot of times your bees are not going to be set up like these bees over here, which are I've already set up to be to work at night. And I don't think I set them up to work in the rain, but they will work at night. But your mutator, you definitely want to work. So I'm going to pause right here and go make those, and then decide which bee I want to work on first. And as soon as we get that, I will be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. I made the rain shield block and the light block for our alveary. So we can see that they're there. So that means these bees will now work in the night and if it rains, and we don't have to genetically change them. I do have 3 pieces of uranium. We're going to put those in each of these one in each of the mutators. You can put more in there if you want. I'm just going to do these for now. The bee I decided I'm going to go for, I'm going to go down the rocky branch because I want resilient bees. The resilient bees are kind of one of the starter bees that I'm going to need for the metallic branch, which is another one we're going to start with. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a Rocky Princess and a Diligent Drone, which is one of the ones we got as we were going through the Imperial and Industrious line there. So we're going to slap those in. Oh, wait, let me stop. Let me stop that real quick because it's going to take forever. I didn't make any chocolate combs. So let's go over here to get our let's get some of that out, and we're going to need 3, 4, 5, 6 frames there, and take that and that and that and that and there. Just cocoa beans surrounding a impregnated frame gives you a cocoa or a chocolate frame there. And again, what the chocolate frame does is it just rapidly goes through the bee's life cycle. Their production is really limited, really limited. You're not going to get really anything out of a bee running the chocolate frames. What I'm doing over here, you can see I'm running the forest bees with the chocolate frames, and I'm just doing that for bees that I can use for the genetic material. I'm just grinding them down so I can alter the bees as I need to. So we're going to come back here, and we're going to load all these frames in. There we go. Okay, now we're good. So now we just come back, and we're going to put our Rocky Princess and our Diligent Drone. Now, each one of these mutator blocks, you could probably do more if you wanted to. A lot of people, when they get higher up, like I could do it easily, would be just get an Ender Star and put it in one of these, and it gives you a 100% chance of a mutation. Um, but typically, this time in the game, unless you start bees late, that's really not going to be available to you. Okay, see how quick that just went done, and we got our tolerant, and that's what we wanted. We wanted our tolerant drones. What am I doing? Well, you can tell I haven't played in a while, huh? Okay. So we got our tolerant, and the downside is, though, we only have we're only getting one, so we need to alter their fertility so we can kind of get more out of these guys. Might be over here. Where did I put that thing? There it is. Slap that in the purifier. What we want to do is, I've said it before in the earlier videos. When you're breeding these things and you want to get something off of there, if they only have a 1, that means you're never going to have extra bees that you can use to get their genetic traits, or you just won't be able to. What was that? Oh, okay. You won't be able to throw them in the gene pool. You won't be able to use the isolator because it's only going to, every time it reproduces, it's not going to leave you any extra drones to use. So you want to get as many as, not as many as you can, but you at least want a 2 or 3. Now this is the maximum fertility serum, so that means I'm going to get about probably 3 to 4 drones every time it goes through, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap these fellers right in here, and it's going to do its business, and then we'll be right back, and I'll show you how that works. All right, we got our bees all finished. They're all completely done. So now we can take a look at them and see that now instead of 1 times, they're 4 times. So we're going to get a lot better result of offspring. So we can go throw them out here again, and we're just going to run them by themselves. Looks like it used, okay. So we're just going to run these by itself and just make some children real quick. I'm going to go grab some more uranium. Just going to grab a stack while I'm down here. We'll probably want to make some radioactive bees just so we have an unlimited source of uranium. Of course, I could always just steal the uranium from my main base, I guess. I already do have the radioactive bees there. Okay. Alright, so see, now we've got a few. And we can do that a couple more times just to give us some extras, just in case we don't get the bad wisp area. I haven't looked around here yet with my goggles, but I know I got a chaotic node right around here somewhere because I'm constantly getting wisps. Alright, so let's throw a tolerant drone in. Oh, well, hold on. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. Let's take a look at these bees. Well, we really just want the species. So hopefully we'll just get the species out of this, because I like to keep 1 of every species that I make. So let's see what we get. Effect cancellation. Don't want that. I think we already got 1 of those. Yeah, we already have the effect cancellation. So let's see what else we're going to get. Drum roll, please. Kidding. No sound effects. Okay, so we got our tolerant. That's really all we want out of this guy. That's just so we can make more of these down the road if we need to, so we don't have to store all of these bees. We'll put a couple in the indexer here just in case. And this guy will we'll go ahead and grind him. we got our gene pool back here. Alright, so the next one I need on the list, I need a hardy, which is another Rocky with one of those tolerants. So shoot, I probably shouldn't have ground him up just yet. Well, no, I'm making some more. So go ahead. Well, no, they'll be out here. So I need another Rocky. So we'll get another Rocky princess down here. And come on. So we got a few of those. Take those Rocky combs out. So we need a Rocky princess and a tolerant drone, and that should give us a hardy. And then the tolerant and the hardy will give us our resilient, and that's what we're looking for. If I can find the right window, there we go. So I should just take a minute to oh shoot. Almost screwed that up. Excuse me again. And we got the hardy. Okay. So, damn, did it go back to the one again? Yeah, it did. Look at that, every time. Okay. Not sure how long this one's going to be. You pretty much see where I'm going. We've made the mutator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work towards the resilient bee, and once I have the resilient bee, I'm going to probably work on the metallic range, or I don't know. I'll let you know next video, because I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I've got to head out and make an appointment, so I don't really have time to, because it takes so long to put these guys in the inoculator, and because now I've got to put him and him both in here again, and it takes quite a while to get them all the way up to to change that stat. So I really don't have time to wait around for that again and show you the resilient change. But basically, I'm going to now take the tolerant princess and some hardy drones, and we're going to make the resilient bee. And once we have the resilient bee, that is the kind of the if I can pull up the right web page here. The resilient bee you need for your rusty branch, which gives you your iron, copper, tin, and leaden combs. And I think it's needed also for the metallic branch. Well, it's needed for the first one of the metallic branch. So we're going to need a few resilient bees, and we're going to have those and get those going. And we'll probably also work on getting the radioactive bees, so we can kind of have our unlimited supply of uranium at this location. So I appreciate y'all coming out. I really apologize it took so long for me to get a video out there. I actually did do in episode 33 that was me putting those other alvearies together and the frame machine and everything, but it got corrupted and I couldn't put it out, and I just didn't have time to go and redo everything. So that's why you're kind of seeing it all very quickly now. If you have any questions on the build on the automatic frame machine or the moistener, the way that was put together, just let me know, and I'll try to cover it in another video. You know, if I have to, I'll break it apart. And I was actually thinking about making a second moistener to kind of speed up the process, because it is a little slow. So let me know. I appreciate your comments. Those of you that have sent me the private messages wondering where the heck I've been, now you know. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get used to a new schedule, and you know, it's a little later than what I'm used to as far as working. Trying to get used to being outside a lot more. Actually got some sun on this old body for once in a very long time. But I will see you next episode. I appreciate y'all coming. Don't forget to give me a like. That helps me out here on YouTube. And give me a subscription if you like what you see. I will see y'all later.